Welcome to Evolve, Mastery for Leading a New World, with CEO and award-winning author Yvette Bethel. This podcast is dedicated to supporting leaders with a variety of solutions to build trust, inspire authentic change, and improve morale within your organization. Learn how to grow your people, build your culture, and transform your results.
Welcome to Evolve, Mastery for Leading the New World. I'm Yvette Bethel, and it's my pleasure to share with you my tips about transforming yourself as a leader. I've witnessed a number of leaders who have meaningfully transformed themselves and their leadership. In each case, the first step was the most difficult. This is because when these leaders were ready for deep transformation, it meant it was time to come face to face with the reality of who they really are. They had the courage to face themselves, even though it was a destabilizing proposition. When leaders are unwilling to accept the truth about themselves, they can turn on the messenger with ferocity. This is why, in some organizations, opportunities to communicate the truth are not embraced by reporting officers. As a result, the truth is never communicated, and the leaders are given feedback that's polite and ineffective. There are times when leaders are reluctant to take self-transformative steps because they know changes in their behavior can alter their entire world. For example, some leaders who are in highly political organizations may become voiceless over time because speaking up has its consequences, especially when their ideas have the potential to negate the ideas of power players who do not and will not take kindly to being openly challenged, regardless the tone. Despite the barriers to change that may exist, when leaders want to achieve authentic change within a team, it requires personal reflection and self-management. In addition to courage, commitment is also important because we all have limiting qualities we cannot perceive about ourselves. There's sometimes blind spots that we are unwilling or unable to perceive. One way to detect these indiscernible spots is to think about the undesired qualities we judge in others. They are sometimes qualities we possess and cannot acknowledge. This makes them difficult to resolve because by their very nature, they are hidden with emotional triggers that protect them. So why is the transformation of leaders important? There are multiple reasons. One of the more significant ones is that individual leader evolution is central to successful team and organizational change. There are many reasons why change happens. Sometimes it's connected to personal agendas, but when it's based on shared goals that are driving team success, the organization will only go as far as the leaders can take it. So, individual leader growth and development is important because it's central to continued organizational growth. The opportunity for organizational growth can be a driver for change, but the potential for individual growth is also inherent in it. Leaders can choose to grow before a change is implemented and set goals for their own development, or they can be changed by it. Both approaches can be deliberate, both can be effective. It depends on how each leader grows best, the resources available, and their own commitment to growth. Some leaders work with mentors or coaches to grow and develop. This approach works well if the leader being developed can use support with accountability to improving their skills, stretching their thinking, and perceiving their pesky blind spots. Other leaders develop themselves on a personally driven path, attending courses, trying out new ideas, journaling triumphs and challenges. They are dedicated to their own evolution on a path that's personal and private to them. Both paths can support leaders with digging deep and bringing out lasting, meaningful change. I've witnessed leaders who were coached who continued to experience the effects of breakthrough ideas long after the coaching session. This is because breakthroughs happen in layers. It's like peeling away the layers of an onion. Leaders don't always perceive the many different ways they apply a limiting belief system, So a breakthrough understanding is sometimes restricted to a single context. In other circumstances, leaders perceive multiple contexts where they can apply their new learning. It all depends on how persons integrate new information. So patience with yourself is key to your growth. Leaders who develop themselves and genuinely care about the development of members of their teams are in a better position to help others grow. The most effective leaders I've encountered are dedicated to the development of the members of their teams. They know that when their team performs, they are performing. They know that changes will keep coming, so they continue to invest in themselves and their teams. Thank you for joining me at Evolve, Mastery for Leading a New World. Join me this and every Monday for a new episode. In the meantime, I invite you to take the time to develop yourself and your team.
Thanks for listening to Evolve, Mastery for Leading a New World. Visit YvetteBethel.com to learn more about Yvette's leadership programs and to download her free gift, Success Tips for Igniting Your Career.